Hey folks, I know everyone's waiting for an update on Foundations of Rome. And sometimes no news is good news. In this case, unfortunately, no news is kind of same news. As far as the timelines go, I wish I was coming to you right now with like, everything's going fantastic. Reality is everything's going about the same as it was in the last update. Shipping prices are still crazy. They do seem to have leveled a little. So at least we're kind of running the figures and figuring out, can we handle that? If it stays at this already unprecedented number, is that something we can handle? We've timed it out. We've looked at the numbers. We've looked at what the numbers will be depending on when the manufacturer finishes putting everything together. They're still in that process. I'm waiting to hear back on that. It's all in manufacturing and shipping at this point. It's waiting for everything to be assembled. It's waiting for the boats to say, yes, you have these boats. No, we're not going to cancel these boats, and no, these boats aren't $40,000 a container. Because as I said before in the last one, that's going to be far beyond anything we can do. Arcane Wonders, we are an established company. We've been around for a while. Foundations of Rome, of course, being the first time we went to Kickstarter, but it wasn't our first barbecue. As far as producing games. We did find that this produced challenges that we hadn't seen not doing Kickstarter. We're used to when we're printing a game or when we're talking about a game, we're just ready to go. We hit print. Whereas with Kickstarter, there were some unique challenges in that as we were running the campaign, yes, we planned for all those stretch goals, but not all those stretch goals were ready to go. So there was additional development time. And none of that is where we're at now. I mean, obviously, everything's been done for a while. We're just waiting for manufacturing. Our manufacturer got a little backed up due to COVID and things like that as well. So we're being processed at the same time as another very large campaign. And to be honest, we rank a little lower with this manufacturer in terms of priority. Don't get me wrong, they're doing fantastic work. I know it's the first time we'd use them, so I knew that if one of their clients that was with them a long time, they were going to have a little priority. Doesn't mean they put us on the back burner, it just means that things haven't gone as quickly as we'd like. Again, everything's sitting there. In happy news, though, some of you may have seen my comments in the comment section here on Kickstarter that I did push out a new update to the TTS. While it doesn't have scripting for anything beyond monuments, everything is in there, like the invocations, the will of the council, all of that's in there. And I did push out the much asked about Gardens of Ceres mod too. And you may or may not have seen it in the comments, but I am going to link it here in this update as well. So you will have links to the current published TTS mod that has everything in the game, and then the separate mod for Ceres. Also, I will link below the actual final rule books that went to print. And like I said, I knew that I said things were going to updates were going to come a little quicker, and I apologize. Unfortunately, if I'm being honest with you, I have a lot of duties here, and sometimes work interferes with work. I think I put that in the comment. I hate when work interferes with work, but that's how it goes sometimes. I am juggling a lot of things, and unfortunately, I do love all of you, but sometimes getting this video done is so not the first thing for me to do on a day, and sometimes the day gets away from me. But I made it my point that I was gonna get this done. I didn't want to leave you hanging. And I know I'm rambling a bit here, but I really appreciate all of you. And I know it sucks to wait on a Kickstarter. As somebody who long before I was at Arcane Wonders, actually even now that I'm at Arcane Wonders, backed hundreds upon hundreds of Kickstarters. And so I've been sitting where you're sitting, and in several projects right now, I'm sitting where you're sitting. And personally, since I really want Foundations of Rome, I'm sitting with you on this too. I did get confirmation that we will, in fact, have a couple copies at Gen Con and Origins for you to come play. Just take a look at, so you can touch it if you're going to be there. If not, once Gen Con and Origins is over, or maybe in the week between, I'm going to do a live video with that. Speaking of live videos, I did want to point out that I said we'd do a live stream of Gardens of Ceres, where you can come and also talk, ask questions, or just watch me lose miserably to Ceres. I believe that I'm going to do that Tuesday night. But it might be Wednesday night. I need to check something. I will put that on our schedule. It'll be at our Twitch channel, so I'll link our Twitch channel down below. And also, just check earlier in that day, whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll also post a link in the top of the comments section here. And I invite you to come chat with me, watch Ceres kick my butt, because she's gonna. Actually, no, I won the first time I played against her. Anyway, again, I wish I had better news. The short version here is we're still basically sitting in the same time frame that we were a month ago when I posted the last video. And that's pretty much where we're at. I'm still in the time frame that those games should be. I'm still, honestly, well, I think last time I said sometime in the September, November range, or that it's probably, based on the most updated information I have, gonna be on the later end. That does mean some of you might get it during this year, and there's a chance, depending on where your fulfillment hub is and how fast they process, some of you might get it at the start of the next year. I'm going to do everything I can to speed that along. And then there is one final question that I actually do need to ask backers. The game mats, so the Game Topper mats, those of you who backed and ordered that, those are ready. They're sitting there. We've been holding them because, well, it's a challenge to ship them out to everyone in the world. Right now, I could pull the trigger on the US and Canadian backers who ordered the mats, and I could have those shipped out. The international backers, because yours need to actually go to the hubs that are also delivering your games, that's a bit of a challenge, the way that works. They're not going to want to just take in that little bit of product and ship that out. I'm talking to them, but I want to ask, and just let me know in the comments. And I want to hear more from the backers who aren't in the US and Canada in this respect. Are you okay if we ship the mats now to the US and Canadian backers so they get something? I know it's not good for international because, again, but I'm going to keep working at it and see if we get those out to you earlier. And then one final note to those who were our founders pledges. I know I've been getting questions about that. We went ahead and had, those are the copies, by the way, for those not aware. The Founders Pledge were those who were going to get a copy hand-painted by Vernon Piper from the Dice Tower. Those miniatures, just the miniatures portions of the games, are on their way to Vernon right now. So he can start painting them and getting that, so that you're not going to be getting your games extremely later after everyone else. Originally, you were slated to get them later, but I decided to go ahead and have those air freighted out of China, just the miniatures, and then I'll assemble them into your boxes here once he's done. So you'll get them around the same time or a little later. All right, well, I wish I had better news. I know that the next update, Walter and John are supposed to have pictures for me. Yeah, so keep an eye here on Tuesday for the live stream, Tuesday or Wednesday. Again, I haven't quite decided. Or you can check just twitch.tv. Time-wise, it'll probably be around 8 p.m. Eastern time. I know that doesn't work for everyone, but it will be made available, and I'll probably post a link to it or the video itself here on Kickstarter afterwards. All right, I appreciate all of you hanging in with there. I know that I also ramble a lot, and I apologize for that. It's kind of my thing. And just thanks for sticking with us. Sorry, one more thing. I want to express from the very bottom of my heart how thankful I am for the comments that we got last time on the last update I did, because that was a hard video to make. I mean, this one is still hard because I'm not giving you happy news, but at least I've already pulled the Band-Aid off. So this is a little easier, but it's still hard. But just the outpouring of support. I know you want this game as bad as we want you to have it, and I'm really excited that you're with us on this journey. And I promise you're gonna love it. All right, take care, folks.